Hi, you guys. I come to you this evening and with a humble spirit. I have recently lost two people that was very close to me within the last 2 weeks, and I kind of been going through a lot personally, and it kind of took my focus off of school. But I'm trying to get back in there, and I'm trying to complete everything before the term is over. And I do apologize for this video being late. I want to first say that it was a great experience with my partner. My partner is was 8 years old, and he had a physical disability, a disability that wasn't, seen to the eye. He was born with what they call an extra layer of skin over top of his urethra, which prevents him to urinate. Um, it prevents him to urinate like, you know, I don't want to say normal. That's just not a good term that I want to use. But he doesn't urinate by himself, basically. He has had a few operations where now he has what they call I'm sorry, I keep saying but he has a tube placed, like a catheter put in place, whereas though he have to empty it 4 times a day. Prior to that, he had like a hole that was made in his stomach for the urine to leak out. So it was kind of like difficult, for me to watch. I was, very much emotional about the situation. I just was sad, and I just felt like, him being so young and to have to deal with that was like kind of heart-wrenching. But I learned a lot because he never ever showed that it bothered him. I'm sure in some ways it did, but his spirits is wonderful. It was, plenty of times that I felt like, he was getting like backlash from his mom in ways of things that she could have made better for him that she didn't. As an example of what I'm saying, he had ran out of pull-ups, and she reacted in a way that I felt like was unfair to him, like she blamed it on him. But in my head, and I couldn't say anything, I just kind of sat back to the side and I watched and I took my notes. But I'm thinking, like, he's 8. Whereas though we want him to be, you might want him to be responsible enough to say, oh, mom only had 1 pull-up, only had 2 pull-ups. He's 8. Um, I don't know. It was just like an experience in itself. But I do want to say that I feel like he's very much loved. Besides, 1 or 2 isolated incidents of like the one I just named, I still feel like he just got a good support team. I think I definitely want to stay involved with them. I was already, a friend of the family, but not close to him. I was a friend of his grandmother's. But I have young children. I have a son that's younger than him, and I have a son that's 2 years older than him. I definitely know for a fact that we will continue to be involved. As an educator, I have found that I think I have learned a newfound patience for someone with a disability of that type. And I'm saying that because, like, I never really looked at, or I never had, I'm going to say this, I haven't had experience with someone like Makai before. But moving forward, if I was to ever cross paths with someone as that had, some of the same or similar signs, or the same similar disability as Makai, I think I would probably pretty much treat it a little different than I think I would have before knowing about the disability, if I'm making any sense. I know it might sound like I'm just like kind of like babbling on, and I do apologize. Again, I just have to stress that, you know, I'm like kind of scattered brain right now. I just been dealing with a lot personally, but I do want to try to finish the course out with completing all the assignments. So one of the other questions is what do you think you could do as an educator or leader to support these population, support this population? Honestly, I'm just going to say just keep everyone educated, you know, keep doing research, whereas though we can make someone that may have that type of disability feel, you know, as if, you know, it is not a burden. I think education is just the key, just to keep everybody knowledge, not give everybody knowledge about what's going on and how we can like better serve someone that's going through or dealing with that. It say how did people react to him, her, or them? I didn't see anybody like treating him differently, but I believe that's because everybody didn't know it. It was something that he could keep hidden. You know, I think I'm not gonna say I think, I'm positive only close family and friends know about it. It was an incident where a little kid seen his pull up, but it didn't go too far. It was an incident that happened in school. He was telling his mom and me about, but you know, they seemed to got through it. You know, he made it seem like the kid didn't know what he was talking about. And, you know, he was a little hurt, but he got through it. He pushed through. He's a good kid, you know. The surgery went well. I don't know, but I'm sorry, y'all. But this is my son. I often talked about him. His name is Saeed. Say hello, Saeed.
Hello, Saeed.
And Saeed is diagnosed with autism. I often talked about him in my posts. But we're going to say good evening, God bless, and everybody be successful in your studies. Goodbye.